knowledge is very important at Squad Busters. Whether you have to escape from a fight or you want to attack another player, you have to know your spot on the map. In this video, I'm gonna show you the map layouts for the brand new Spooky World maps and tell you everything you need to know to master the Spooky World. And with that said, thank you everybody for being here again, really appreciate it. If someone else is new here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for free to my channel to not miss any news about Squad Busters in the future. Before we hop into today's video, a huge shout out to royalapi.com for providing those insane assets. Definitely check out the first link down below in the comments. This time we got 2 new maps added in the Spooky World, and I was kinda curious why it were not 3 like in the past. These 2 new maps bring us to a total amount of 20 different maps, so we got in the future, after the season reset, a 10% chance of hitting the Spooky World, or one of the Spooky World maps, with those insanely high amount of monsters and deadly monsters, because that is the main difference. We already could see in the past that the Lava World contained monsters which are super strong and the quantity got increased. And well, here on the new worlds, we already can see here the center, there are tons of monsters, which makes it pretty hard to survive in the middle. But we already can see there some mandatory changes. We got here some accessible chests on the outer side, which are not getting blocked from the vines during your normal match. That's what the white line stands for. We can see there 4 sideways where we can escape to and secure ourselves a chest. And this will get even better after the reset, because then we have a lower chance to get the vending machine modifier and we can access those chests a little bit more often. First things first, as usual, we got here 10 spawning locations all around, with 2 chests to open, 2 trees, a field of 4 carrots and a blue box, which is very important, of course, for the blue boots. Total amount is 32 chests on this map here, which is the first one. The name is Midnight Mortuary. And we got there for sure 16 boxes in total, with in the middle being 2, 4, 6 boxes. So it's definitely worth to go for the middle boxes to get additional boosts, especially if there is no speedster out there. We got 30 trees in total and 68 carrot patches. But there is already a main change to the carrot fields, since we got here 8 carrots in the middle, which is definitely helpful. We got that also on some other maps, but I really like that they are giving some further options with the Mavis and those carrot fields in the middle. And for sure we got 4 tooling positions. Like usual, we only got 1 where it is different. We got there 2 in the center, top and bottom, and 1 on the left and right side outside those bridges. We got here for sure on the outside again breakable bridges, no breakable bridges in the middle, which makes the late game just from the map layout a little bit easier, since we got everything where we can go to and we have not too many obstacles blocking the middle and we can go just straight for the rotation. So this map is definitely not a too hard one if there would not be the fact of those monsters. Those monsters are crazy. No cap, the monster damage is pretty high. But on the other side, I like it because that gives us a nice twist. Considering that we got a 10% chance for those maps, it will be refreshing to have sometimes those stressful maps like the Spooky World ones or the Lava World ones in between those chilled games of the Green World. The second map is called Haunted Garden, and we can see here also those sideways, which is pretty cool, and I kinda like that. We got here a total amount of 32 chests, so that's 2 more, 16 boxes, 30 trees and 72 carrots, which are even slightly more. And we can see here that this map is finally a fair map for Mavis towards Crack. We got there 6 trees in the middle and we got there 4 6x fields of carrots, which is definitely helpful to play Mavis in a later stage of the game, and she is providing you some further heal. Here we got 2 breakable bridges in the middle, making the middle platform to an S-like form, and that means we have not too easy rotations. So in the top right corner as well as the bottom left one, you more likely can run into fights, since you can't escape straight to the top on the left side or to the bottom here in the middle side. You have to go to the outer side, and with those 10-player real player matches, you run pretty often into some guys. So be aware where you can rotate in the later stage of the game, and don't run to the corners and try to get to the bottom when the bridge is already broken. In the spawning locations, we got there again 2 chests, a blue box, 2 trees and a stack of 4 carrots. We got here the same layout of 10 starting positions around, and it's a pretty cool map design, because we got here also those 4 locations where we can go to the left and right in a later stage of the game to secure ourselves a chest. But don't get trapped there, you got there only vines around, So I guess it happened to you as well as it happened to me. You can get easily trapped there, and if someone is attacking you in the corner, you can either go slowly through the vines, or if you have a lucky hawk rider, for sure you get even the speed boost. But to escape from those corners, it's pretty hard. Coming to the spawning locations, of course, for the midnight mortuary once again, and for the early rotations. If you want to start with a Mavis, it is very good if you do so on the left middle side, left top side. Yeah, and this L1 field, or the second field on the top left side here as well, because there's a stack of 6 carrots, and for sure mirrored for the right bottom side, where also those stacks of 6 carrots is right here. For a crack start, we have there some good locations in the top middle and bottom middle, since there are many trees close to it. We got there 3 even close here to that field here, and the additional 2 in the middle. So there's definitely a difference in picking map, Mavis or crack, depending on your spawning location, and that's definitely having an impact on your early first seconds of a match. So be aware where you are on the map, and getting those advantage coins and bigger squads in the first minute will definitely help you to get towards the middle game. On the other map we got a similar design here, but this is a little bit different. For the trees it's pretty similar, but we got here on the right and left side 3 trees, so these spawns are even better than the top ones where we got the 2 additional ones. And we got here from the carrot side all even positions beside the bottom left corner with those additional 4 carrots, and the top right corner with those 4 carrots. So if I would play a Mavis here, I would definitely go for the early middle, because if you get a fused Mavis in the first 3 chests, you can get there 24 carrots and tons of loot in the middle if you are the first one to get there. So that would be definitely my way to go if I decide to start with a Mavis. So now that we have talked about the early game, mid and late game are very important on those 2 maps, because they are for myself considered being the hardest maps so far. Not only the monster amount is increased, no, the damage of those monsters is pretty high, and it is most likely aerial damage. That means all of your troops are getting damage at the same time, which makes you super vulnerable to opponent teams. So if you want to go to the middle, a healer is mandatory. You can talk about for sure a trader which is healing you passively, and that is working great with that high amount of monsters dropping you coins. You're permanently healing. And for sure a PAM healing station is helpful, as well as the battle healer with those many crates here or many chests to open. You're getting significantly healed there as well. And also the new healer Poco, as well as the medic. Yep, medic is also good here, because having at least 1 healer here is very important. Otherwise you will be kind of screwed in the middle, because you will get so much damage. Even though you have a huge fighter team, the opponent monsters causing that aerial damage will drop the HP of your monsters down if they are not fused. Of your units for sure, not the monsters. So if I would be here on the map, I would definitely go guaranteed for a healer and speedsters to escape for sure from the opponent, since that comes on top of that huge aerial damage. And that makes those maps for me harder than the other worlds, but really enjoyable. And considering that this is now the last additional world which got added, and the new player has to go through the Green World, Royal World, Desert World and all the other maps, and getting then to the Lava World, where it's already getting a little bit harder, and then getting to the Royal World maps, where it's getting significantly harder, that is, I guess, a very nice experience for players which are new to the game. So what are your thoughts on the 2 new map designs and on this guide? Hopefully this is helping you to get a better understanding of the new maps which got recently added, and will help you to get some further wins. So thank you guys for watching, and happy busting!